Shabbat Shalom, everyone. I'm going to come out here. We're going to have a little fun. So the first thing I'd like for you to do is to close your eyes for a moment. And I want you to think of the most beautiful thing you've ever laid eyes on. Beautiful thing you've ever seen. I hope it's a nice vision. You can open your eyes unless you want to stay in your happy place. What's the most beautiful thing you've ever seen? Talia. Your baby sister, who I don't see right now. Okay, good. Your dog. What kind of dog? You know, dachshund equals beauty. It's true. Okay. That's good. Yeah? What did you say? Your cat or your dad? Okay, your cat. But your dad's beautiful too. It's a beautiful sight, Aaron. Yes. Yes. Your Nintendo Switch. These are fascinating. Fascinating, beautiful things. But now I want you to think of yourself being on a... Oh, yeah, Glenn. Your children and grandchildren. Beautiful answers. Imagine yourself now on a road trip. Okay? What is the first thing that comes to mind about a road trip? You think of the sights that you might see, but Mom, Dad, are we there yet? I got to go to the bathroom. Those things, right? Or perhaps you're looking at your phone as you pass by all of the beautiful sights. I personally think of the movie National Lampoon's Vacation. You know, hey, Clark, don't you want to see the Grand Canyon? Oh, yes, honey. Okay, let's get a move on it, right? We forget all too often to look at some of the most beautiful things in our world that are ultimately right in front of our face. And we're moving around so fast that we actually don't know it. Nature is beauty. Blessings are all around us, including in nature. In Tot Shabbat, in Tot Shabbat a couple of weeks ago, or maybe a month ago now, I actually told this story, but it's the perfect story for this exact topic. So there was a man who was a water carrier, and he was a water carrier in the ancient Jewish village of Woodbridge. And so his job was to take 2 buckets of water, put it on a large stick, and take it from the well all the way over 2 miles down the road to each individual house to make sure that the village had water, because there was no such thing as plumbing. So he would do that every single day, but every time he made it to each one of the houses, he noticed that the bucket on the right was empty every single time. So they only got half the water, and oh my goodness, he was so frustrated and wondering, what am I going to do? This is the worst thing ever. There is no water for the people. And this happened for 2 full years. And he went to the rabbi. And the rabbi says, don't worry. Everything you're doing is good. Just find the beauty in what you're doing. There's a blessing there. Well, it continues, and the same thing happens. 1 bucket's empty, 1 bucket's full. So frustrating. This happens for another 2 years. Finally goes back to the rabbi. Says, I've had enough. I can't do this anymore. I know you keep telling me to find the blessing, but they're not getting their water, and I'm not fulfilling my job. The bucket keeps being empty. So he says, I want you to open your eyes the next time you walk down your road. And so he goes back, and he's on the road. He's carrying the water. He opens his eyes, and he looks to the right and down to the ground. Sure enough, there is a stunning flower bed full of the most gorgeous flowers anyone could ever imagine. It brought beauty. It brought blooming. It brought nature to the village of Woodbridge like they had never seen before. And sure enough, the blessing was in the flowers. The blessing was in nature. And so, losing the water wasn't all that bad after all. Sometimes all we got to do is open our eyes to see things of great beauty. Sometimes it's in a Nintendo. Sometimes it's in the Grand Canyon. Sometimes it's in a dachshund. We don't know where it is, but it is our responsibility to open our eyes. And then what do we do with that beauty? We say a blessing. And the blessing goes like this. Repeat after me. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, shekacha lo be'olamo. And that basically means thank you, God, for all the things that provide us with beauty in this world. So the next time you're on a road trip, or the next time you're delivering water, or the next time you just want to take a deep breath and look out there into nature, capture that beauty and say that blessing. I'll get it, else we'll have Heather send it out to you and all the families so you'll have them. And then all of the things in your world will be a blessing that you'll be able to take with you wherever you go. Shabbat shalom.